Hey guys, hey, welcome to our kitchen. Welcome to our kitchen. Alrighty, you guys. We're getting ready to get our cooking on. Alrighty, you guys. Hey now, how y'all doing? But the kids and I are going to be making shrimp and grits tonight. And one of the things I do like about keto, if you're out there, come on in. Welcome to our kitchen. I'm going to talk and work at the same time. One of the things that I like about keto is I can make a dupe for any type of meal that I want to eat. One of the things I do miss are grits. I'm Southern, and Southern girls eat grits without sugar. That's all I'm saying. And yesterday I had some friends over for dinner, and we had country style pork ribs, and I made a cauliflower. It wasn't cauliflower mash, but it ended up, my girlfriend didn't want her grandson to know what it was, so she said, don't tell him what it is. And he said, oh, these grits are really good. So it ended up being a smooth, rich, and creamy grit type mixture. And so that's what I'm going to recreate for you guys tonight. I only have about 30 minutes to get this meal on the table because tonight is ladies' Bible study night. So I've got to do that at 9, but I'm going to cook with you right now. If you think this video is share worthy, go ahead and do what you do. So we're going to start with, this is frozen cauliflower that I went ahead and put in the microwave. We did it for about 6 minutes because we put both of them in at the same time. But we're going to finish cooking it in this pan. So I do have a fry pan on the stove, and I am getting that heating. In order to save for all my frugal-nistas out there, if you're trying to save money on buying rice cauliflower, if you buy the cauliflower florets, put them in your microwave and then put them in your food processor, you got cauli rice. These only cost me 98 cents at Walmart, and I'm here for it. So I have microwaved them. I'm now going to dump them into my food processor. They are not all the way unfrozen. There's 1 or 2 heads in there that are still frozen. So I have that. I'm going to use this as my trash bowl because I can't cook in the kitchen with trash. So there that is. Couple quick pulses here on this food processor. Let's talk keto supplies. If you're going to do a ketogenic lifestyle, the first thing you want to do is check with your doctor to make sure that your body can handle the changes. And once you do that, and we're done. All you want to do then is prep your kitchen. So I have a couple of really great tools that I always use in my kitchen. I have my food processor, which is here, and I also have my KitchenAid stand mixer, which I absolutely love. So my pan is getting hot. So I've got my pan on. I have a large size pan because I'm doing 2 packages of the cauliflower. This doesn't last long in our house. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of butter into this fry pan. Remember, on keto, you do want to get your healthy fats in, so this is salted butter. And I'm just going to let that melt. So while that's melting, I'm going to start working on my shrimp. So in the Walmart frozen section, you can get, I got the extra large shrimp with the tail on. I just took the tails off. And then I also have some smaller size ones. These are smalls. I meant to get mediums, but hey, in the freezer section, they're like $5. So now that I'm done with this, I'm moving this out of the way. I have a ninja behind me. She's like yanking. She's working on her form. So anyway, I'm going to prep my shrimp while my butter is getting ready. So I want to do like a spicy sweet shrimp. You can do your shrimp however you want to do them. I do really love chili powder. It's one of my faves. So I'm just going to put some chili powder into the shrimp. And I have 2 bags. So season liberally and season according to your taste. This is Himalayan pink salt. If it wants to work right, and it doesn't, I think I'm going to have to get a new one of these. Is it in the budget? I don't know. There we go. When those salt crystals get stuck in that grinder, it is hard to grind. So I'm going to get give this a liberal salting, because with keto you do need to have your salt intake to be a little higher than normal. But I do have 2 packages of shrimp in here. These are going on the griddle while I'm getting my grits going. So this is onion powder. I'm going to put a little bit of lemon pepper seasoning in here. That's a little bit for me. I'm also going to kick up that spice just a little bit with some cayenne. If you don't like it with the heat, don't add the cayenne. We do like a little heat at our house, even my 10-year-old, so we use it. Going to add in some garlic, but watch your food labels because garlic does have carbs in it. But I still use it as a seasoning. And then the last thing I'm going to add in is a little bit of the keto-friendly brown sugar to cut the cayenne. The reason I'm adding that in is to cut the cayenne. And I'm trying to make this like a sweet chili lime Dorito, if that makes any sense. So I use the lemon pepper to give it a little bit of a citrusy flavor. So I'm done with all of that. Now I do have a griddle pan over here. And I'm going to put this on 350, and then I'm going to oil that, and I'm going to get these shrimp going. But right now, I'm just going to give it a liberal toss. So this is what your shrimp is going to look like. So that's what my shrimp look like. Now I'm going to let them sit and marinate for a little while. Had I thought about it earlier, I probably would have done that earlier. And then, yeah, I know that's right. Then it would have, those juices would have absorbed a lot more. Let me slide. Gotta slide with my child. Can't get nothing out of there. Praise the Lord. Alright. So, cauliflower is going into the butter. I'm going to turn that heat down just a hair because I don't want anything to burn. And I do want to get all of the cauliflower off and into the pan. So 2 packages, depending on how many people you're trying to feed, into 2 tablespoons of butter. I do need the salt though, and probably some pepper. And I want to get all of that out, or as much of that out as I can, because I paid for that and I need to eat every last drop of it. Actually, I only ate a little bit of this last night. The kids took some to camp today, and our friends that we had over really enjoyed the meal. So I'm done with that. Done with that. All done. Pass it along. Thank you very much. Now season to taste. The spices make food. I mean, everybody has their favorite, their particular thing. Like, I don't like Creole spice. I don't like the smell of it, and I don't like curry. But I have a lot of friends who love it. It's just not something I can stand, so I don't use it. But I do keep salt, pepper, lemon pepper, a barbecue seasoning. What else would I keep in there? Cayenne, because my kids like that a lot. And then we're just going to add in some black pepper, as much as you like or don't like. That probably was a little much, but we'll live our best life. And then I'm just going to stir. So while the cauliflower is done, technically, because it was a frozen cauliflower, I still wanted to get a little bit of a cooking going on in my butter. And I want to make sure to evenly distribute that salt and black pepper. I did put quite a lot of pepper in here, and I don't normally do so. But I do. You can use coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, or butter like we did to get in your healthy fats. Now, while that's working, I'm going to finish cleaning, putting back everything, and now I'm going to work on my shrimp. So, prayerfully, you can see, I'll move my griddle out. It's hot. It's really hot, actually. And so I'm going to use some coconut oil to grease. Can I have a paper towel? To grease this griddle, because I don't want any of my shrimp to stick. So I'm going to just take my paper towel and work my oil around. And I'm actually going to cut this down a little because it is very hot. I want my shrimp to cook, but I don't want them to overcook. Shrimp don't take a long time. Now that my shrimp is getting ready to go on the grill, I'm going to turn my cauliflower up, my grits, right? And then I'm just going to put my shrimp onto this griddle. And the reason I chose the griddle is because I can do a lot of them at one time. But I am going to do them in a single layer because I don't want them to boil. I want them to cook. And I'm probably going to switch with my helper so I can focus on the grits part. But I do want to get them all on here as best as I can and spread them out. Looks like I'll be able to get right good amount on here. It's seasoned, Jesus. I mean, I can really tell that I put enough seasoning on it, and they're getting pink. So I'm going to get Alana to come and make sure that these don't get overdone. When they get pink, flip them. Now, this doesn't take long to finish. Cough that way. So I've got my cauliflower in. I've got it riced. I have my salt and my pepper. I'm going to put in now the things that's going to make it grits-like. So I'm going to do probably 1/4 to 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. I'm not measuring this. I'm going to do it Shakima style. That's probably 1/4 cup, maybe 1/3. Then I'm going to put about 1/4 cup of sour cream. Give it a good stir. Because grits are creamy and they don't have sugar. Please, friends. So I'm going to take a heaping tablespoon. Throw that in. A heaping tablespoon and a little bit. How about that? Sounds good? Sounds great to me. Then I'm going to do 2 ounces of cream cheese. I thought I had a knife. Flip them. Yeah, go ahead and flip them. Alana's going to flip those. Pray about it, girl. Just pray. Let the Lord. So 2 ounces of the cream cheese. Whoop. And that cream cheese has been in the freezer. So that's why it's breaking up. Because we freeze our cream cheese if we have too much. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of grated parm. Couple tablespoons for sure. And then let's give it a stir and see if it needs anything else. I'm going to wipe my hands. Give it a good stir. And see what we're looking like. So I don't know how good my angle is here, but I have some bubbling going on down at the bottom because of the heavy whipping cream that I put in. My cream cheese is going to dissolve. And this is going to go from being like a pasty white cauliflower to a more of a milky white. Now, if you need to thin it out, you can use water, you can use chicken stock, or you can use a little more heavy cream if you want to. I'm just going to put a little bit more heavy cream in just to thin it. Sister's shrimp are looking really lovely. This at most should be a 15-20 minute meal. So if you have a couple friends coming over and you just want to do something really, really quick, but you want it to be nice and you want to enjoy the meal and still feel like you're being fancy, or you know, you can have grits. Here it is. Be careful to count your macros, because shrimp and grits in one of the cookbooks I have, it's kind of pricey on the macros. But I've only eaten 1 meal today. I had breakfast. I did not have lunch. So I'm going to enjoy this. Let's see. See this one here? Still needs a little bit more time because it's almost pink. So you want it to be pink.
I just put that on.
So give it a few minutes and then we'll put the other ones on. Just a few minutes though. Yeah, don't make it overdone. So I'm still getting my cream cheese melted in. And your grits are done, honestly. This is the end all be all of this. So to kick it up just one further notch, I'm going to take some shredded Parm and go in, or whatever cheeses you like. You know, you can put whatever cheeses you like if you like cheese. If you don't like cheesy grits, you don't have to put cheese. And then we like a cheddar cheese. So this is the end of the meal. We're going to plate up and we're going to eat dinner. So that's the end of that. Let's take these. Go here. There we go.
These ones over here ready to go.
And then hand me another plate. So my grits are done. Alana's pulling off her shrimp, and I'm gonna serve up. Let me pop that off. I lost the helper because Jackson went outside, but I'm done. So my grits are done. Alana is pulling off the shrimp, and then we're going to plate this. Go quickly. Good job. You're doing good. All right, so here are my cheesy grits. And there's quite a lot of cheese in there. If you're lactose intolerant, you know, be careful of your cheese intake. That's all I can say for you to live your best life. So I've got my cheesy grits, which is made from cauliflower, into my plate. Turn that down a hair. Take the, grab a fork or a spoon. And then I'm just gonna take my shrimp, which are done, and I'm gonna place those on top. So depending on how many shrimp you wanna eat or whatever your serving size is, you know, you can make that adjustment. Spray it. And there you have it, folks. Keto shrimp and grits. Took me probably 15 good minutes. Probably about that. If you wanted to do your shrimp in like a gravy, you could. There's a keto gravy that you can make. If you wanted to do like biscuits and gravy and throw your shrimp in there. If you wanted to do a keto brown gravy, you could and throw your shrimp in there. But this is going to work out for us just fine. So I have keto shrimp and grits. I'm not missing anything. I'm gonna go enjoy this meal. We're gonna finish cooking the shrimp. We thank you guys so much for stopping by our kitchen, and we'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.